The Albuquerque Fire Department spends a lot of time responding to minor medical calls, making it take longer for AFD to respond to the more serious ones. Now the city's about to try something new to free up firefighters. News 13's Rebecca Atkins is live near Central and Juan Tabo with more. Rebecca?
Well, Dean and Jessica, this is the site for a future fire station, but it could also be home to a new unit that could be a huge help for a common problem along Central. The Albuquerque Fire Department is often pretty busy, but it's not usually fires they're responding to.
In the fire service across the country, medical calls make up about 80% of the total calls, if not more.
Last year alone, AFD had more than 91,000 medical calls, far outpacing the calls for everything else.
Significant number, obviously.
For a basic call, a large fire engine is almost always sent out. The problem with that?
A lot of people, what they are looking at when they go by and they see a fire truck helping somebody who's ill is wondering, why are we spending this amount of money to go do a paramedic call?
So City Councilor Don Harris and AFD have been working together to bring an alternative response vehicle to Albuquerque to help improve response times for more serious calls.
It's not a big red truck, it's not an ambulance.
It would look more like this, an SUV. These are used at a fire department in Washington, and this one has been a huge success in Farmington.
Their responsibilities would be related specifically to basic medical intervention.
The units would be fully loaded with the tools needed for those types of calls and would keep these trucks available for more urgent calls.
We are looking forward and making sure that the services that we provide are efficient.
This site near Juan Tabo and Central is where they've discussed putting the alternative response vehicle because there are so many medical calls for the homeless and alcoholics along Central.
To take some of the pressure off the firefighters who are helping the down and outs.
AFD says this is still in the discussion phase, but they are working on a study to see if this site would be the best fit for the alternative response vehicle. They do say they're also working on funding. Dean and Jessica, back to you.
All right, Rebecca, thank you. AFD says they have also discussed getting one of the units on West Central.